Hello everybody, welcome back to the middle of spring. It is in fact Olivia's birthday and we just happened to find this golden mask recently, so there you go, it all makes sense. And that is just enough for us to get our star drop. Now normally I just say that you need 13 hearts to get it, but it's actually just below 13 hearts, so it works out. And coming outside we get Leah's sculpture. Looks like it was slightly altered by, I think, earthy recolor. So, start of the episode, I'm gonna come out and say it. This is post-commentary. Had it all recorded, computer decided it was going to do an update without asking if I wanted it to update first, so y'all know the deal. So here we are, and normally I'd be able to do a post-commentary without even giving away the fact that I'm doing one, but Stardew Valley is such an intricate game, I can hardly tell what I'm thinking half the times when I'm watching these clips. So it's kind of gonna have to be a case of just describing what we are doing. It'll be a little bit of a different vibe, but you know what, maybe you'll like it more than the regular videos. So I did add 2 mods this time, and this is going to kind of set a precedent of something that I want to start doing in the future, which is, oh, we have 1.6 at home. So the first mod is the Blast Furnace mod by Aspect Ratio. It essentially allows you to cook 5 bars at once, which since we have Automate isn't really going to make too much of a difference, but it's just neat to have because it's one of the things that could have probably inspired some of the changes that came in the next update. And there's a bunch of mods that are like that, so I want to keep bringing attention to them since future playthroughs will probably be in 1.6 and there will be no reason to use them. The other mod that I added is Firefly torches, which simply turns all torches into fireflies, which I think will add a lot to the kind of wilderness aspect of the farm. There's a lot of spots that I want to keep wild, filled with grass and trees, so it's not like a Walmart parking lot of a farm. So tonight when we can see the light that they give off, we'll fill the farm with them. I'm looking to build up a little bit of money, so I'm going to grab all of the wine and juice we've made up to this point and sell it. And I won't lie, during the recording, I was intending to use that money for our house upgrade, completely forgetting that I just upgraded our house last episode. Robin is literally working on it over there on the side of the screen. But that's fine, we have plenty of other things to spend our money on. This is also why I went to the secret woods to get more hardwood, because you need 150 hardwood to upgrade your house, which I already spent, which explains why I'm very low on hardwood. That's fine though. As I said, I still want to get that slime charmer ring for setting up our slime area fully, and there's tons of slimes here to slay. Selling off the wine and juice gets us to a little over 70,000 gold, which is a lot more than what I know to do with. Now we did get the mission to give Evelyn a leek so that she can give it to George, and I did notice that she's at 9 out of 10 hearts. So if we complete that mission and also give her a gift, we should be able to finish her off. And funny enough, she's at the community center, which I never expect because everyone's always like, oh, why doesn't anyone go to the community center? So when someone does, it always kind of throws you off a little bit. Anyway, there she is, maxed out. Checking the special orders board for the week, there's juicy bugs wanted and tropical fish. I don't really need either of these, so I'm just gonna take tropical fish, which actually, I didn't think of it at the time, is a lot harder due to the fact that you can catch a lot more fish in the ocean of Ginger Island. There's like the moon jellies and the sea sponge and the starfish. It's actually pretty wild. It's dark outside now, and since I can see the light that the fireflies are giving off, I want to start to place them around any spots that I basically have no plans to build anything on. I've always said that this is a beautiful map, and I do want to save the wilderness aspect of it quite a bit, and I think this helps towards that. So I've got around 20 fireflies that I'm just gonna place in random corners and grass just because it looks neat. I did craft those torches, forgetting that I have almost 400 in my crab pot chest. I always forget about the resources I have here, and people always say, check the crab pot chest. Sorry, I'm still mentally getting used to the Automate mod. You would never have this many items coming out of recycling machines in a normal playthrough. And I do spend a little time getting sashimi from all the fish we've caught in the crab pots just because I want to see those last few cooking levels. But unfortunately, we don't get them. We wake up to an absolute barrage of notifications. 3 slimes escaped, a female slime and a male slime has hatched. Those are both in the slime hutch. That's the only place you get that notification. And our steel hoe is ready, which is important because I need it to level up my archaeology skill. And I'm pretty sure this is Olivia's 12 art cutscene? My, hope you didn't scorch yourself, dear. Coffee is the best when it's as hot as possible, I will say. Honey, I'd like you to join me for aerobics class today. I've been meaning to teach you yoga for so long now. class starts at 2 p.m. sharp. All right, I will make it a point to go to it. All right, start of day 2, we got a rainbow shell from the letter. That's actually incredibly important because that's one of the last things we needed to complete the casino quest. And I'm actually very interested to see if they added anything different in there. So we'll put that in a safe spot. Going in to pick up all the eggs. The Gus special order isn't quite done yet, but we should be able to finish it up tomorrow. We also have a huge harvest of ancient fruit ready today. I think I'll start putting that into the kegs because I think we're starting to get enough coffee to where we'll be set for the foreseeable future. Like, I think once all the coffee that is currently in this chest is processed, we'll be good. Now, I have noticed I actually haven't given too much attention to all these bee houses. The setup is almost done. It just needs a couple more bee houses. Right now, though, we're limited by how much coal we have, so I'm actually going to just burn all of the wood that we currently have, and we'll just grind all that wood back later. In a couple of days, all that wood should be processed. Going back into Clint's, I am going to grab the steel hoe. And the next item to get upgraded, I don't know at this point if I'm going to need the other tools, so I'm just gonna go for the golden frying pan. We can still cook even if it's upgrading, so there's no risk. So one thing that I absolutely have to do is get Lance up in hearts. That's like the #1 priority, because that unlocks a lot of the rest of the Stardew Valley expanded content. And I did notice that there's one loved item that we can get currently, and that's tropical curry, which we already have the recipe for. Unfortunately, it does require hot peppers, so we won't really be able to mass produce them until summer, but it's close. Until then, we're gonna have to settle for all those golden cauliflowers we have. All right, it is just about 2 p.m. I absolutely don't want to miss this, so we're heading in right on time. Hello, Olivia and Sal. We're about to start the warm-up. Okay, everyone, get into your stretch positions. I can't help but notice that Harvey is also here, very nice, and Haley, who's normally not here. Okay, let's start, shall we? 1 and a 2 and a 3. Gotta say, as someone who's recently started going to the gym as part of my hot girl summer, I really enjoy the little group things. Honestly, just being in like a public space kind of like forces you to like, I don't know, just keep at it, because it's like, oh well, I can't just get on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then leave. It's like, yeah, I know no one will make fun of you, but you know, the feeling. Time for individual workouts. It's great for holding yourself accountable, I suppose. And I'm just lucky where I live in the middle of nowhere where gym memberships are not expensive. First, we'll try some basic forms. Follow my lead, dear. Come, wrap your legs around in this position. Okay, it's just our pass out animation. Yoga provides a path to self-discovery and self-reflection. What will you reflect on, dear? Well, I'm looking at these, and I feel like personally I'd be reflecting on whether my grandpa would have been proud of me. Yeah, because the others are kind of like, you know, I built plenty of relationships. We're good. Oh, your grandfather? Can't imagine a scenario where he wouldn't be. Okay, dear, keep that thought in your head and breathe deep, like this. I can't, wait, Haley was just standing off to the side. I didn't even notice that when I was doing this live. That's crazy. Hit Willie with the cauliflower on my way through. He's at 8 hearts, so he's pretty close to being maxed out as well. And we're heading to Ginger Island. So for one of the recipes that we need to buy at the Island Trader, which I believe we just recently unlocked, we will need a bunch of bone fragments. So I'm just gonna grind out bone fragments at the dig site real quick. I did get a strange doll, which is weird. Also, when I check my artifacts thing, it still hasn't filled up, even though we have definitely donated it. I don't know what that's all about. It's gonna annoy me to no end, but oh well. I go back down and I get the banana pudding recipe from those bone fragments. Checking on the farm, it looks like all of the starfruit is ready to grow, which is so important because I will be able to get some Junimo huts from them soon. I think the only other things I need are fiber and stone. And this haul also does give us the pineapples we need to make a couple of tropical curries, so that's good too. Just getting a little refresher on how many golden walnuts we have. We have 76 out of 100, which is not as much as I'd like. We haven't done the Bombo Frog guy yet though, so there's still a lot to be gotten from that. I spend the rest of my night on the island just fishing because I do have that mission to catch 5 of each of the island fish. Unfortunately, I don't catch too many of them, and I'm also trying to get that green Lunaloo, or the green moonlight jelly, because I haven't picked it up yet, and I guess it's living up to its rare status, because they must be incredibly rare if I still haven't fished one up. Like I said, all those extra fish that we can catch really do make this mission harder, because after all that time, I only caught 3 lionfish, which is a little crazy. I really don't foresee us actually doing this special quest, which is fine, because it doesn't give us anything important. And that'll do it for Tuesday. And it looks like our house finished upgrading. We got the achievement Living Large. I found the second snake vertebrae, completing the snake and giving us 3 more golden walnuts, plus a mango tree. And while I figure at this point a lot of the golden walnuts we're missing are probably in the volcano, we need to spend a couple of days going through it. I do go back to the valley because I absolutely do not want to miss Lance. I catch Lance at the Adventurers Guild and give him the second golden cauliflower of the week. Unfortunately, that's not 2 hearts yet, but it will be next week for sure. Seeing the warp gate here, it did give me an idea. I haven't seen the Junimo woods in a hot minute, and I do have a lot of money to throw away at anything they may be selling. Checking in on them, there are a couple of artifacts that I can actually buy that I haven't donated yet, as well as some minerals from the mineral seller. It's a pretty good haul all in all. I'm feeling like this is really the reward for doing the community center. You suddenly have access to a ton of items that makes the other part of the games a little bit easier, so I can definitely appreciate that. I donate the 3 new items to the museum, and each of them gives us a new reward. Checking in, one of them was the magic rock candy, but I'm actually going to grab the flute block here because I don't believe we've done the mermaid puzzle yet. I'll also grab the crystallarium because crystallariums are always nice to have. I found Emily. I didn't catch it during the live recording, but she's actually sad because of the Clint cutscene we saw last time. Yeah, they're both actually kind of reeling from that one. And back on the farm, I go ahead and set up that new crystallarium with yet another jade. I'm looking at our cauliflower field. Now that we have starfruit, I need to clear a spot for the Junimo hut. It's just 6 cauliflower, it's not a big deal. I estimate that around here should be the right spot. We'll see if that's true or not. I went down to check how many materials I need for the Junimo hut, and I'm actually short quite a bit of fiber, so we're gonna spend some time in the woods to grind that up. While I was there, I remembered to go to the little river/lake at the bottom left side of the map because the king salmon should be there. It wasn't there when we found out about it in fall. I do see it in the river, but I think it must disappear at 9 p.m. because it went away right as I started fishing, so we'll have to come back for that. I pretty much spent the rest of the day doing that. Briefly, when I got back to the farm, I spent some time harvesting in the greenhouse. I'm probably gonna get rid of these coffee soon. Kinda good on coffee, and if I ever need to do it again, I can just replant them, so you know. And I go to put those pineapples we harvested on Ginger Island into the fridge. But wait, there's hot peppers in there. That is what we were missing for the tropical curry. I quickly go and grab some coconuts and put them in, and we have 2 tropical curries to give to Lance next week, which should be perfect. We should be able to move on with that quest finally. And that's the end of the day. Another day, another sleigh. It's market day today. I'm probably not gonna do it. I did it last week and I have a lot on my plate this week, so we have other things to do. Harvesting our eggs today, we just barely get enough to finish up Gus's quest, so we'll do that a little later. I also can't help but notice that Olivia is manning the store at the marketplace, which is interesting. I don't know if that changes anything mechanically, but cool. Sandy also came in to visit, which made it very easy to give her a gift. I head over to Clint's just to see that he's absent because on market day, it's really a double-edged sword. You can make so much money, everyone's in the same spot to give them all gifts, but you can't do anything else. While waiting for market day to settle down, I just give everyone a bunch of gifts while they're here. Clint's back in his shop at noon. I go ahead and open up the golden coconut because I still think I need the golden walnut from it, and also I need the fossilized skull. Unfortunately, I got neither. And yeah, Clint's still a little torn up on Emily. That's okay, he can move on now. He can find someone who he doesn't need to convince. I'm sure there's someone, somewhere. I also go into the saloon that Gus is absent from, which is fine because we don't need him here to do it, and we donate the eggs that we have, completing the omelet quest. Now we can head back to Ginger Island to get some more business done there. Pretty much every time I walk by, I'm going to check the dig site to see if there's any panning spots, not only for the lucky ring, which would be really cool, but also because the fossilized tail is in them. Unfortunately, no luck today. The big reason I'm here is for the volcano. I know there's gotta be a ton of golden walnuts hiding in enemies, crates, rocks, pretty much everywhere, so I really want to get it done as soon as possible. Also, Lance is outside, so it's an easy opportunity to get a little more friendship with him. During the delve, the first thing I found wasn't a golden walnut, but the completion of the Monster Slayer goal for slimes. That's such a big deal, finally I'll be able to go and get the slime ring. Pretty much directly after that, I did find a golden walnut in a crate, and I found a journal scrap that leads to another golden walnut right after that, and this is the secret spot that also has a pearl in it if I need it for anything. Found another golden walnut in a rock, another one in a crate, another one from an enemy, and near the end of our quest we found the dwarf sword, which normally I wouldn't really bat an eye out. I like to get the infinity sword, but that thing has +7 defense and +2 speed. That's a buff from vanilla Stardew Valley where it's +4 defense, and I'm thinking there's a reason for that. I do know that there are some more difficult combat areas up ahead in Stardew Valley Expanded. It's kind of obvious because of all the Adventure Guild stuff with Lance. That's what unlocks the new areas. So I'm actually wondering if maybe going for a defense-centered build might be better for us in the long run. If you're unaware, like, building defense in Stardew Valley is like incredibly powerful. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. We're not gonna use it yet, but maybe after we upgrade it a couple times we'll be good. Speaking of upgrading, we're at the forge. I have plenty of cinder shards. I'm gonna go ahead and combine the iridium ring and the burglar's ring, both rings that I basically intend to have on at all times. We'll have to figure out what goes in that other slot, probably the slime charmer ring. Didn't quite make it back to the bed after that, so we passed out in the middle of the island. It's Friday, yet another slime escaped during the night. I might have to look into getting a mod that removes that type of notification. With how many tiger slimes we have, it's basically a given at this point. With the bunch of golden walnuts we got last night, I'm gonna spend 5 to unlock the mailbox on Ginger Island. Mostly because I don't want to accidentally miss something important because I'm spending a couple of days on Ginger Island in a row. Somehow we managed to get 60 visitors, but 80 grumpy visitors to the marketplace last night. And we did also get our mini fridge. That's gonna be super useful. I pretty much always need it in every playthrough. Gonna go ahead and grab that golden walnut we got the hint for, and we're out of here. So I did have a thought. At this point, we're going to be unlocking the casino soon. I'm gonna want to do some Skull Cavern runs, so I went to the Blue Moon Vineyard because I remember that they sell some wine that has huge luck buffs, but when we went in, we did get a cutscene. Well, hello there, Sophia. I'm not quite at this point in our farming journey. You're a little bit ahead of me. Hey, you. I'm checking my casks. This column here will be aged to iridium quality next month. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. We don't have casks unlocked. My mom and dad made them. No, well. It's okay. Please don't feel bad. Hey, let's head upstairs. I want to tell you a little about my parents. Okay, I knew we would be getting this eventually. Personally, I'd already thought we had seen her 8-heart cutscene, so I didn't know we were going to get another. This is the room you found me in last time. I do remember that. It's my parents' room. Come inside. Alright, so we're finally getting the lore. I think we heard a little bit of something from Gus earlier on, because we chose some specific dialogue lines. I never finished packing and moving their belongings. Okay. I guess part of me thought they were gone. Really gone if I did. I mean, that's fair enough. My mom and dad... There was a car crash. Yeah, I think we knew that. It was the 4th of fall. My parents were on a business trip. They were gone all day and wouldn't answer their phone. It was weird. That evening, there were knocks on the front door. I was greeted by Mayor Lewis and Gus with tears in their eyes. Say what you will about Mayor Lewis. It does seem like he does genuinely care for everyone in the valley. They told me my mom and dad... Yeah. Thanks, I'm okay. You and Scarlet have helped me so much through this. I'm really happy I have friends like you guys. I knew it'd make my parents proud if I took over the vineyard in their stead. It's a lot of work, but it's all I have left of them. What should I say? You're doing a great job managing the vineyard, or I want to do everything I can to help. I mean, these are both like decent ones. I think I'm gonna go with you're doing a great job managing the vineyard, because it feels like, you know, that's her goal. Thanks. I had to learn so many new things. It was really hard at first, but I feel as if I've grown as a person. I know this may be coming out of nowhere, but I want to restore my parents' room. Do you think you could help me? Absolutely. I'm so excited to do that. Absolutely. The other dialogue line was so mean. You really will help me? Yay! I feel like this is our first time seeing any happy emotions from her. I'm really excited. You're seriously the best. I don't want to push this all on you so suddenly. We'll start organizing stuff tomorrow. Well, that's yet another thing to do in the coming day. I'm helping Sophia move boxes tomorrow in her house. All right, well, we'll make sure we come to do that. However, I did come here to check out the wine. We have the aged Blue Moon wine, which is a +7 luck, which is crazy. So expensive, though, but we have tons of money. And then there's the regular Blue Moon wine, which I think is like a +2 luck. I will be grabbing one of those aged Blue Moon wines. You never know when it could come in handy. I'll save it for a rainy day. It'll be pretty good. I also have everything I need to build a Junimo hut, so I'll go ahead and get that put in place. I was hoping it would show me its range whenever I was putting it down, but it seems like it doesn't. And on my way back to the farm, we did actually get interrupted by Magnus Rasmodius, because he has a little something to say. So it's true, I heard you convinced the Junimos to move in, but I had to see it for myself. Ahem, I am Rasmodius. I appear before you as the mighty initial configuration wizard, tamer of the arcane. I mean, I suppose he technically didn't have to introduce himself to you yet. Shall I go on? Yeah, I definitely want the tutorial here. This is going to enable one of our new mods, Better Junimos. Very well, first, the Junimos have many abilities, animal, vegetable, and mineral, but they need items, which they will request from you to perform each ability. You only need to supply the items once, then the Junimos can perform that ability forever. Or I suppose I could just summon all the items they'll ever need right now. So I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna make them myself because I feel like I'm a big boy and we're late enough into the game where it's probably trivial anyway. I'm an admirable choice. The Junimos' needs will take you on many adventures. Secondly, the Junimos need to be paid for their hard work. Each day you need to give them a fruit, flower, or forage item and they'll get to work. But there's another way. I could cast a spell to convince them to work for free. So here's my reasoning here. I don't know if this means I have to check on them literally every day and give them one forage or one flower or whatever, or if I can just stack them up with like 28 flowers and then they're good for the month. Until I know that for sure, I'm gonna have them work for free. And fair enough, because that's the way it is in vanilla Stardew Valley anyway, so I don't think I'm being super overpowered here. If I do find out that you can just stuff them full of forageables, sure, I'll do that, but it'll still be kind of meaningless because I'm just going to stuff them with forageables forever. As you wish, it's not for me to decide. I should teach you how to communicate with the Junimos. There's a box outside the hut. Put in seeds, fertilizer, wages, and items they request. Take out the crops and forage they harvest. There's also a note in the hut that tells you if they're working hard and what they need. Read it if you're confused about what they're doing. The Junimos can enter your greenhouse if it's within walking distance of their hut. They will not travel farther than that. That is actually crazy. Finally, you can change the working arrangements at any time. It's very flexible. Shall I show you how things can change? No, I mean, I can look at the options whenever I want to. I may return periodically to study the Junimos and learn more about their ways. Rest assured, though, your feeble mortal eyes will be unable to see me. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be there. They definitely coded that in. They made sure that you'd be invisible. So let's check out the Junimo hut. That is a huge range that's got to be increased from the base game. Unfortunately, if I had just moved it down 2 and over 1, it would be covering all of the crops, but unfortunately I didn't, so at some point we might move it. I know there's a sprinkler right in the way, so yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that at this point. There doesn't seem to be any options to mess with anything, so I think we'll leave it alone for now. So one thing I want to do now is create those blast furnaces. I got a couple of iron ore. It doesn't take nearly as much as it does in 1.6 to craft them. And like I said, this isn't going to be the most impactful thing. It's just cool to have. It's all automated anyway. It's not like it would be actually any faster because I don't have to tend to it anyway, but it's neat, period. Now I did torch all of our wood for coal, so now I'm gonna take the time to go and get all that wood back. And once again, while we're in the woods, I'm going to take this opportunity to try and catch the king salmon, and I do. And I also try to catch another one, but I get the Dorado, which I'm pretty sure we probably didn't have at this point. But it's cool that this counts as an area where you can catch the Dorado because it's so rare otherwise, so we'll take it. I spent pretty much the rest of the day cutting down wood, which allows us to make a ton of bee houses. I'm kind of trying to figure out where exactly this flower is going to be. I think I'm going to move it one space up, so I'm putting them in relation to where that will be. And I think we almost have enough bee houses to finish up this formation. Just a couple more and it'll be done, and it'll just be making tons of honey for us for the rest of time. That wraps up our Friday, but we did get level 6 binning. Yes, I'm still making sure I check the trash cans because I can check them without anyone getting mad at me now. Plus 3% chance for a bonus trash drop and a chance to get super rare bonus trash drops. And I don't really know what that means, so I'll just have to keep checking them to find out. It's Saturday and it says for 3 starfruit, the Junimos can train more helpers. So I did check the options and it said that there were only 3 Junimos at a time, which I think is actually less than the base game, so I have extra starfruit, might as well do it. All I gotta do is plop them in and bam, more helpers. With a field this size, they'll probably need it. I also go to check in on my slime hutch and there's a lot more slimes now and a couple of slime balls too. Now that there's a couple of males and females, actually I think there's only 1 male, they'll start reproducing a bit more quickly, so we'll fill this up in no time. The clownfish have been asking for coil for a while, so I fill the quest and now they can populate up to 10. And I will say, I did check to see like what they've been giving out of the fish pond, and it's coral, sea urchins, and rainbow shells, which aren't the most exciting items. If I see fit, I might swap these out at some point down the line if there's just really cool fish with really cool items later on. Speaking of fish, a lot of the ones that I'm still missing are all of the ocean crab pot fish. I haven't caught a single one, in fact, so I'm gonna get some more crab pots. It's a little weird to find the crab pot recipe because they're ducks, and I'm not looking for ducks on the crafting recipes, but oh well. I set up 5 of them to be automated, and that should count as being properly caught. And I did not forget to check in with Sophia, so here we are. Oh, you're here. Let's get to work. I made some snacks for us later. Nothing better than unpacking and snacks, I suppose. I hate unpacking. There's few things I hate more. I'm the person where if I go on like a 2-week-long vacation. Oh, Sophia and I cleaned and organized her parents' room. The snacks she made were delicious. I'm the kind of person where when I go on like a 2-week-long vacation, I never unpack. Cause like, I don't know, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. It's work. I think that's everything. Now, I am wondering if this is actually the furniture that she packed up or if it's new furniture. I can't begin to tell you just how much it means to me. Hey, I'm going to send you something really special in the mail tomorrow. All right. Well, I'm excited for that. Thanks so much again. Yay! Yeah, it's so weird seeing her happy, which is, I don't know, kind of a read to say, but still. Cool, that's done. And immediately after, another Sophie cutscene. Exclamation points. Yeah, I do feel like she and Haley would be really good friends. Come back again soon. I love doing makeup with you. Right? I would love that. Haley's a girl's girl. You know what? Been watching Love Island USA. She's giving me Liv vibes. That's the vibe. I feel great. So now we just get to live in a day of the Sophia. Gets a text message from her friend. Scarlett, you're silly. Today is a good day. Like, it's genuinely kind of awkward. But again, I do like how they do fill all of these cutscenes with like background characters. I'm kind of hungry. Because usually, you know, vanilla game, they don't. Sophia, my dear, you look beautiful today. Hell yeah. Mom squad, giving out the compliments. And she's on her way into the startup saloon. Maybe Gus has orange chicken. Well, wouldn't count on it, because he doesn't have it for us, but you know, maybe it's a special occasion. I like myself some orange chicken. Andy, it's the middle of the day. What are you doing? Hi, Gus. I know exactly what you're here for. Grampleton orange chicken coming right up. Yo, Grampleton's got their own orange chicken? I feel like in Stardew it's like a literal orange chicken, like the blue chickens we have, and not the sauce. So yummy. I'll agree with that. Orange chicken is really good. I feel like I gotta spice it up a little yourself though. Yo. Doggo. God, when was this written? 2015? I know it wasn't 2015. Stardew Valley wasn't out in 2015. That was the doggo era. Sorry. Want some pets? But it is nice. Asterisk, pets Dusty. Like a Tumblr conversation back and forth. She is very Tumblr coded, and I hate to say it. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I'll leave that up to you. And one last scene. Catching her here reading outside. Hey you. I'm in the middle of reading manga. In public? Depends on which manga. There's a couple I wouldn't be caught dead. I'm getting out of the house more. I think spending time with other people helps me. Hey, I want to show you this page. You'll get a laugh out of it. Is she reading One Piece? Sophia showed me funny pictures in the manga book. We laughed and talked about her day. She's happier than ever. Well, that's great. I'm happy to see that. And now, since we did catch a couple of new fish, I am going to head to the Stardew Valley Aquarium. It's been a long time coming. We haven't been here in a couple of episodes, I want to say. And while I'm walking around checking things out, what do I see other than the pufferfish chicken logo of Smappy? I feel like this has to be a new legendary fish, and I do actually hook it. And yes, it is officially considered a legendary fish. It has the hat and everything. I was actually very surprised. I am not nearly well equipped enough to deal with this now. We're gonna have to come back later. We've got 3 fish to donate. The aquarium's really starting to fill out. There's hardly any fish tanks that are empty at all, so looking nice. I checked the shop outside just to see what there is available, and I gotta say, that's very expensive legendary bait. I'm so scared to use it because it's so much money. I don't want to use it without knowing what it does, so I don't know, tell me in the comments or something. But I will actually take a couple of Dish of the Seas, just in case I have to catch any legendary fish soon. To start to wrap up my day, I'm going up to the Adventurers Guild because I do want to grab the slime ring, but alas, yet again, another cutscene. I'm afraid the answer's still no, Gunther. Can't be held responsible should anything happen down there. I hope you understand. Looks like he wants to go down exploring. I will respect your decision. Thank you for your time. Yo, what's up? I'm here. Hello, Mr. Sal. Mr. Sal. I don't like that. I'm not old enough for that yet. I'm seeking to hire an adventurer to escort me in the mines. To continue my research, I must require a hands-on approach. I'd go myself, but those caverns are home to hordes of monsters. Perhaps Sal would oblige with your request. Well, Mr. Sal, can you escort me in the mines? Yeah, sure. You gotta do exactly as I say. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought he would be like a companion that would like fight alongside me or something. Promise to be careful. Sal's a seasoned adventurer and will serve well in protecting you, Gunther. I do, however, require you to learn a couple of combat stances at a minimum for your own safety. Of course. Sweet. Am I seasoned yet? I guess I am, because I got the Galaxy Sword and there was that whole cutscene. Martin's going to run down some things with me. Meet me in front of the Adventure Guild building tomorrow before the museum opens for the day. Another task for the next day. It's funny how we got like 3 of those all at once. Well, we're here now. I'm gonna grab that slime charmer ring, and we will immediately be equipping it. I spent some time on the farm cleaning up our inventory, organizing things, seeing where things should go, and then we called it a night. Last day of the week for 5-star fruit, we can have unlimited Junimos, huh? We did get a letter from Sophie. Hey you, thanks for helping me restore my parents' room. I couldn't have done it without you, especially with the heavy stuff. I know it's strange, I packed everything up and moved it all back, so it was the same furniture. I suppose it was a change of heart. Enclosed is a bottle of my finest aged Blue Moon wine. Thanks, silly. And right after we bought it ourselves. Well, that's okay. Now we don't have to stress out about what situation we use it in because it's so expensive. Since we have 2, we can use it a little more liberally. Well, first things first, I'm gonna head to the mines to make absolute sure that we do not miss the Gunther cutscene. And here he is, because the museum opens pretty early. Yo, what is up, my dude? Ah, there you are. I arrived early to ready myself for our expedition. Are you nervous? Well, yes, I am nervous. This is my first time exploring the mines. I'm honored as a revered adventurer as yourself is coming with. I'll follow your lead, Mr. Sal. Yeah, sometimes I don't keep up with the dialogue. I'm sorry, and I don't know the words. Guess I could just dub over it again, I don't know. Then it's less real. Y'all wouldn't want it to be less real, would you? This is a really cool layout for the mines. I wish this was like a regular floor. I think there's a floor very similar to this in like the Haboo's roguelike mod, which I do adore. It's a great mod. This equipment was abandoned when miners hit a void spirit nest decades ago. Shortly after, the Adventurer Guild was established here. Oh, I guess I wouldn't have thought about what caused the Adventure Guild to start. We need to find a cavern undisturbed by human activity. I think that's usually in like the lava area. I don't think we find any minecarts down there. Down we go. Now this is not disturbed, you know, other than the giant ladders heading down, I suppose. I don't think that's naturally occurring personally. Also, great luck with the ladders, by the way. Mr. Sal. There's a small gap between these cavern walls. Perhaps there's something it leads to. Perhaps. Once again, this would be a cool mines layout. What should I say? Well, let me go in first, because I keep feeling like there's going to be a jump scare of a monster here, so I want to be the one in the lead. And I almost thought that he was going to disappear as he walked through the hole there. Just lost him immediately. All good. Really dark. My glow ring's doing work. It's dark. Let me turn on my lantern. Well, I mean, I do have the Iridium Band, but... Ah, a treasure trove of untampered artifacts. Nope. 1 slime. I'll beat it to death with my hands, I guess. No sword needed. Thank you for protecting me, Mr. Sal. I prefer them petrified. Hardy har har. This is quite the find we stumbled upon. I'll start excavating now. The sooner I'm done, the sooner we can leave these perilous caverns. Alright. Really cool, really neat. Yes, these dwarvish artifacts will greatly help my research. You'll receive prompt payment in the mail. Bonus included for your courageous actions. Neat. I mean, I am pretty sure I've donated all of those items to you already, but alright. Well, now that we've done that, I'm gonna head back and not miss the cooking show, Queen of the Sauce. Or Queen of Sauce, sorry. And we get complete breakfast. I want to give Lance a gift today since the gifts did reset, but he's gone to the Highlands on Sunday, unfortunately. What I can do now is complete the casino quest. I'll throw in the rainbow shell into the box at the train, and now I need to place 10 beets inside of Mayor's fridge. Luckily, I just planted all of those beets last episode, so they're all ready, along with a bunch of ancient ferns. I put those in the fridge, and now I need to send the dragon his last meal. So we head to the desert, and I guess I'm actually gonna have to search for the dragon myself because I'm not actually 100% sure where it is. Now, a lot of people were asking me to like walk to the edges of the desert. This is it. It's just like an invisible wall. You can't walk past it. The 3 columns with the galaxy sword at the bottom is the bottom edge of it. And here is the dragon bones. I'll put the solar essence into it. It's just like south of the skull cavern here. And we can grab the casino card at the logs at our house. And I will be checking the casino immediately. Always be nice to the bouncer. Never call him a blockhead, that's mean. It's redesigned quite a bit for sure. I can't help but notice the key coins are also changed in accordance to the iridium recolor. There is a statue of treasure, which is 12,000 key coins or 120,000 in regular gold. And then I do need to get the rare crow. Those are the only 2 things I needed to grab here. Don't know what the statue of treasure does. If I were to guess, maybe like a random gem every day, but yeah, we don't really have the luck or the money to grind any of that out, so we'll wait until later. So I did want to do one little project here on the farm just to make it a little easier to walk around. We have this little warp hub at the bottom left that's as far away from our farmhouse as possible. That leads both to the slime hutch, the regrowable logs that we get, and our little mini quarry. So I actually just cut down everything that was in the way, cleared off all the grass, and connected the path up to the ladder. And then I also connected the path down from the slimes down to the teleportation hub as well. I'm thinking sometime in the future, whenever we do start unlocking the obelisks, I'll put them down here because I like the idea of it literally being a teleportation hub. Just seems neat to me. I don't know the specifics of how that layout will look, but we'll get there. And that pretty much took the rest of the day. Once again, I want to apologize for this being post-commentary. I know it's a little bit different from the rest of the series, but we'll be going back to the regular playing in the future. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and good night.